Hello everybody, welcome to Shogi Ramen TV. いらっしゃいませ. Let's enjoy Shogi with me. Today, I want to introduce professional Kifu from the NHK Tournament in 2025. This game was really interesting from the opening until end, and I thought this game would be the best in 2025. 先手、糸谷哲郎、後手、佐藤天彦。Let's see. 先手、pushing the rook pawn, 後手、open the bishop, and moving the silver, and moving the bishop. This is a bit early timing, but the 後手 had a plan. Pushing pawn, and moving the rook to the opposing position. So this was the 後手 strategy. And from here, 先手 push this pawn, giving the pressure to the bishop, and moving the silver, and moving the gold. This sentence formation is also very interesting. Moving the king, and pushing h-pawn. This h-pawn is very interesting timing, and the sentence formation is very interesting way. So in the future, Sente has a plan to the rook as a usage of the subway rook, and Sente will attack from the edge in the future. So I think Gote thought this kind of thing, and he didn't push back the h-pawn and move the king here. And pushing h-pawn, moving the king, and pushing pawn, and moving the silver, moving silver, jumping knight, moving the gold, open the bishop, and completing the minnow. And the sentence style is very interesting way, and I have already introduced this way. This is called the Itodani Rumigyoku. So the Itodani plays the Migigyoku specialist, and this is also the Nakazumai style. So this way is mainly used in the Ibisha games, but the Itodani choose this way against the Furibisha also. It's a very interesting way. Pushing pawn, and moving the gold, pushing pawn, moving the silver, moving the gold, pushing pawn. So Gote's way is very natural way, creating the takamino. Pushing pawn, and pushing this pawn. So this direction is the basic attack position from the center with the rook, and push back pawn, and moving the rook to the subway rook position for the usage of this way, and moving silver, and moving the bishop to prepare the jumping the knight and using the rook from here, and pushing pawn, and moving the bishop. Moving the bishop here would be the another option, but it's difficult to judge which is better. But against this bishop position, Gote try to attack by using the gold. So the head of the bishop, this position is always weak point, like this position. So, and this gold has another meaning. So the Sente jumped the knight this position. This is very regular way. But if the jump to the right, then the Gote can move the rook here and attack this position. So the head of the knight is also very weak. So in this game, knight jump to the edge. Sometimes this way is very useful. and moving the bishop for the defense of this position, and moving the rook, and also moving the rook from gote to the critical position. So this direction is very critical in this game. And pushing pawn, take, and take by knight. This knight looks very easy to capture by the dropping pawn in this game also, but this knight can attack to the edge. This is very useful edge attack by the knight. And if take by knight, Sente can push this pawn. And also if take by king, Sente can drop the pawn because the bishop is aiming at this position. So normally taking the lance is the way. And pushing pawn, take, and take. And gote didn't take this pawn because if take at this lance, if gote take this lance, Sente can take this pawn by bishop and exchange, take, and this is attack to the silver and king. The only way is this way. If rook escape, it's easy, but in this position there is a critical sacrifice of the bishop this way. If take, rook can take, and this rook can attack to this silver, so the Sente is winning situation. So against this bishop, if escape, this bishop can take gold after sacrifice of the rook. So this gold position is not so good in this situation. So in this position, gote couldn't take this lance and push this pawn because this position is a critical position. And take by gold. And in this position, if the turn is gote can drop the pawn here. So this dropping pawn from gote is very critical move for the future attack. So Sente decided to sacrifice of the pawn. Of course, gote can take this pawn, take, and take by rook. So Sente lost one pawn, but gote cannot drop this position, cannot drop the pawn at this position because the rook is here. So the sacrifice of the pawn is sometimes very nice defense. And in this position, Sente also try to attack from this line. This is of course critical position. And at this timing, gote take this silver because now rook is stopped by this pawn. And take this pawn. And in this position, Sato dropped the pawn. This position. This is very professional way of using the pawn. This is very difficult move. If I was playing as gote, I was thinking dropping the pawn directly. But Sato dropped the pawn. So this is very urgent situation, but Sato dropped this way. This is very professional. If take pawn by rook, gote can defend by using the pawn and lance, and also this rook cannot defend this line. So this pawn is very nice way. Of course, this is not attack to the rook, so Sente can ignore this pawn. And Hitodani drop the lance here. This is also very nice way because the pawn is already here, so gote cannot drop the pawn here. So this dropping the lance behind the pawn is very nice attack. And in this situation, escaping the king was very nice way, because it's difficult to defend this position. And against this king escape, of course Sente can promote this pawn, but Gote can easily escape to the right side. So the promoted pawn in this position, in this situation, is not so critical. So the changing the attack from the right side, and Sente also need to think about the defense, and Sente move the gold here and escape the rook and dropping the pawn. Now Sente's castle become very safe. But from here, Gote's attack was very nice. Dropping the pawn, of course, Sente take, and dropping the knight here. Dropping the knight from the bottom is very nice tesuji, and it's very difficult to find, but the professional players always using this kind of the knight. This is very nice way, and very difficult to defend in this position. Gold position is not so good. And the next jumping knight here is very strong attack. And in this position, promoted pawn. And if escape the king here, Sente can drop the gold here. This gold position is very strong to capture the king. So the Gote escape the king to this position. This king is alone. It looks very in danger. But the Gote had a confidence of the safety of the king. And also Sente need to defend this position and using the gold here. And dropping the pawn was also very nice attack by using the silver. If take, bring the silver, or just dropping the lance. So the Sente couldn't take this pawn, and moving the bishop here. This is very interesting way to create the goal, the space to escape, and take this pawn, and exchanging the bishop here, take, and also dropping the bishop here. This is very strong attack to the king. And if king escape this position, this looks very safe way, but this gold can escape also, and bishop can promote here next. But against this bishop, moving the king here was a very strong defense, and it's difficult to continue attack from the Sente. If Sente has more pieces, Sente can take this gold, like this kind of attack, but the Sente has only pawn, so the gold need to escape. And this king still looks very weak, but the Gote continue the attack by using the lance and promoted pawn for the attack. This is very strong attack. If the Gote didn't take this promoted pawn, this pawn moved this here. This is very strong attack. So against this pawn, Gote need to take, and take by promoted bishop, and dropping the silver. This was very strong defense, and succeeded to create the castle in this area, and escape the promoted bishop, attack to this silver, and also defend of this area. Take, and take by silver. And in this situation, there is very nice tesuji, pushing pawn. This is very nice tesuji. If take by silver, gote can drop this pawn. And also, if take by gold, gold cannot back here. So this is very nice tesuji. And sente move back the silver. And this sacrifice of the pawn is also pawn tesuji. So there are many pawn tesujis. And take by rook. So the meaning of this sacrifice of the pawn is the rook cannot defend this line from here. And gote drop the bishop. This bishop is very nice attack to this line, and also to guard this area for the escape of the king. And pushing pawn was very nice, interesting way. So because if the turn is gote can jump knight, and this gold cannot escape this pawn because the bishop can take. And pushing pawn. And if you jump this knight, gold can escape this position. So the pushing pawn has two meanings, for the attack and also to create the escape position. And of course gote can take. And dropping the pawn was very nice tesuji. If take by rook, knight can jump. And if take by king, sente has a lance. So this kind of attack is very strong. So this dropping the pawn is also very nice tesuji, and it's difficult to take this pawn. But this rook cannot escape because this bishop attacking this goal. So in this position, it's difficult to treat this pawn. But gote, Sato chose the jumping knight. He chose attack. Of course, sente can take this rook, but gote's castle is very strange castle, but very strong against the rook. So losing the rook is not so critical for the gote. And attacking to the sente's king is more important in this position. And taking gold. If take this promoted knight, sente, gote can drop gold here. So escape the king, take. And this promoted bishop can take this promoted knight, but gote can drop the silver here. This is check and attack to the bishop, so sente need to escape the king. Next, sente can take this promoted knight. So gote need to block this line or help this promoted knight. And gote chose this pushing pawn. This is nice way to stop this bishop line and also attacking to the sente's king. And remove this silver. This is also attack defense of this position. And also gote can remove this promoted pawn. So now gote's king is very safe than sente's one. And escape the king. And promoted pawn. Take this pawn. And moving the king. Okay, then let's see this position. So until this position, both players are aiming both kings. But in this situation, the sente's king wants to try to enter the opponent's area. And also gote wants to enter the opponent's area. So this game, the target was changed from this position. Of course, if there is a chance to capture the king, you can capture, but if there is no way to capture the king, so that there is another game will start. And entering the king, each players, and if the both players has the points, enough points, this game would be the even. But if the Sente or Gote has a confidence to win this game, the Sente or Gote try to capture the king. So in this kind of the ending situation, it's very difficult also for the Shogi engine, because the calculating algorithm needs to be changed. So from here, this game was also very interesting. Okay, then let's see from this position. Sente drop the rook here. This is very nice way to attack to the silver and to stop the king at this position. But Gote drops this gold. This gold was very nice way to protect the silver, and also this is very useful to capture the king in the future. And promoted the rook here. Of course, Sente could take this knight, but in this situation, to create the safe place for the king to enter this area is very important. So this rook is for the defense. And moving the king, and moving the king, and pushing pawn. This pushing pawn has a meaning, attacking to this position and also using the bishop this line. Take and dropping the pawn. Take and dropping the pawn. This is connected to this bishop, and moving the promoted bishop here. This is attacking to the silver and also attacking to the king. But Gote has enough materials, and dropping the silver was very nice way. Escape the bishop and entering the king, and moving the gold, and using the rook for the attack if there is a chance, and taking this pawn to capture the king. So Gote's king already entered, and it looks very safe. So Gote can focus on capturing the king, and dropping the knight to stop this bishop line, and also attacking to this position, and moving the gold. Using all pieces is very important. Take and take by gold, and this silver and gold scrum is very strong. So Sente decided to sacrifice of the rook. Take, and this is check, dropping the pawn, and next Gote can drop the rook here to capture the bishop. Then Sente drop the gold, but from the Shogi engine, in this position there is a nice way. This dropping the silver, this is very difficult to find. If take, Sente can drop the gold. So just dropping the sacrifice of the silver, but this king is no longer safe situation. So in this position, Sente has 2 silvers and 2 golds. So this kind of sacrifice to be the very strong way, but it's very difficult to find in a short second. And dropping the gold. This looks nice way for the defense. And dropping the rook, and dropping the lance. This lance would be the future defense from this line. So Sente chose the lance than the pawn, and remove this lance. So now Gote's king completely safe. And dropping the gold. This is very nice, interesting way. If you take this pawn, you will lose. So this gold was very nice way. But against this gold, dropping the lance was also very nice way. If dropping the pawn, take, and take this gold, because the bishop position has been changed. So against this lance, just escaping and dropping the knight to the attack to the rook. And this kind of the New York games, entering the king's game, the point of the piece is very important, and the rook and the bishop has 5 points and the other is only 1 point, so getting the rook is also very important. Sometimes it's very important than getting the king. So dropping knight here and escape the rook. So this rook is very narrow, and attacking the rook by promoted the rook and protect by pawn. But this rook is very nice position to attack to the gold. Dropping the knight. If take by lance, dropping the gold, and it's checkmated because of the rook is here. So this knight taken by the gold and take by silver, and using the promoted bishop for the defense, and also it's a check to the king, pushing pawn and remove the silver. But there's a nice way using the gold, and it looks very difficult. If moving the gold here, dropping the gold is very easy checkmate, and only defense would be the dropping the silver. So Gote has 1 gold, and Gote cannot drop the pawn here. It's Nifu. So how to continue attack? There's very nice way, taking this gold. If take this promoted bishop, it's checkmated like this. So this sacrifice of the bishop was very nice way, and finally Sente resigned in this position. Thank you for watching this video. I think this game would be the best game in the 2025, even if this is the first game on this year. Okay, see you next ramen. Bye bye.